Hello and welcome to Electro Nerds Academy. In this video, we will be looking at another stepper motor driver module, the DRV8825. This is what the module looks like. At the heart of this module is a microstepping driver from Texas Instruments, the DRV8825. Despite its small stature, 0.8 inches by 0.6 inches, it packs quite a punch. The DRV8825 stepper motor driver has an output drive capacity of up to 45 volts. This allows you to control a bipolar stepper motor, such as the NEMA 17, with a maximum current of 2.5 amps and a continuous current of 1 amp per coil. The driver offers 6 different step resolutions: full step, half step, quarter step, eighth step, 16th step, and 32nd step. If you want to know more about microstepping, we have discussed it in detail in the previous video, so feel free to watch that first. The DRV8825 driver includes 3 step-size selector inputs, M0, M1, and M2, that allow you to control the motor's step resolution. By configuring these pins to specific logic levels, you can set the motor to one of the 6 resolutions. Leaving all inputs disconnected or setting them low enables full stepping. Setting M0 to high with M1 and M2 to low enables half stepping. When M1 is high and M0 and M2 are low, quarter stepping is selected. For eighth stepping, set both M0 and M1 to high with M2 low. Setting M0 and M1 to low and M2 to high enables 1/16th stepping. Finally, setting all 3 pins to high divides one full step into 32 small steps, providing the finest resolution. Unlike the A4988 driver, the DRV8825 has only one power supply connection, VSS or VMOT and GND. Any voltage between 8.2 volts and 45 volts can be connected to these pins. The DRV8825 draws its logic power from the motor power supply using an internal 3.3 volt regulator. To protect the driver against voltage spikes generated by the motor, place a large electrolytic capacitor, 100 microfarads or at least 47 microfarads, across the VSS or V-motor pin and ground. The output channels of the DRV8825 chip are pins B2, B1, A1, and A2, which will be connected to the stepper motor's coils. Each output can theoretically supply up to 2.5 amps per coil, though in practice, the DRV8825 can handle about 0.5 amps per coil without overheating. If you require more than 1.5 amps, additional cooling or a heatsink is recommended. The driver has 2 primary control inputs, step and DIR. The step pin determines microsteps, advancing the motor by the number of steps set by the M0, M1, and M2 inputs with each high pulse. The faster you send pulses, the faster the motor spins. The DIR pin determines the rotation direction of the motor, with high rotating clockwise and low rotating counterclockwise. Note that neither the step nor DIR pins are pulled to a specific voltage internally, so they should not be left floating in your circuit. The DRV8825 also has 3 other inputs for managing power states: enable, reset, and sleep. The enable pin is an active low pin. When it is pulled low, the driver is active. By default, it's pulled to low with the help of a pull-down resistor, meaning the driver is enabled unless you pull it high. This feature is particularly useful for an emergency stop or shutdown system. The sleep pin is also an active low pin. Pulling sleep low puts the driver into sleep mode, which minimizes power consumption. By default, the sleep pin is pulled high with a pull-up resistor. A word of caution here is after waking up the driver from this mode by pulling the sleep pin to high, wait at least 1 millisecond before issuing a step command to give the internal charge pump time to stabilize. The RST, or reset pin, is also active low. When pulled low, this pin resets the driver, sending it back to its predefined home state. This home position is essentially the initial position, which varies depending on the step resolution in use. The DRV8825 also has a fault output that drives low whenever the H-bridge FETs are disabled as the result of the internal overcurrent or overtemperature protection system. The fault pin is typically shorted to the sleep pin. Therefore, whenever the fault pin is driven low, the entire chip is disabled. And it will remain disabled until it is either reset or motor voltage VMOT is removed and reapplied. To connect the DRV8825 driver with an Arduino, connect the step and direction inputs to digital pins 2 and 3 on the Arduino. Next, connect the stepper motor coils to the driver's B2, B1, and A1, A2 pins. Next, connect the RST pin to the adjacent SLP sleep pin and 5 volts on the Arduino to keep the driver enabled. If you're using the motor in full step mode, leave the microstep selection pins M0, M1, and M2 disconnected. Finally, connect the motor power supply to the VMOT and GND pins, placing a large 100 microfarad electrolytic capacitor across these motor power supply pins to protect against voltage spikes. Before running the motor, you'll need to limit the maximum current flowing through the stepper coils to ensure it doesn't exceed the motor's rated current. Start by checking the datasheet for your stepper motor to find its rated current. In our case, the motor is rated at 12 volts, 350 milliamps. The DRV8825 driver includes a small trimmer potentiometer for setting the current limit. There are two ways to set this limit. The first method involves measuring the reference voltage. In the DRV8825 datasheet, under Current Regulation, you'll find a formula for current, VREF divided by the product of 5 and the sense resistor. We have a 0.1 ohms resistor on board, so after some simplification, our formula looks something like this. We can rearrange the formula to find the reference voltage. Now we will just substitute the value of the current to determine the reference voltage, which calculates to 0.175 volts. Setting VREF to this value will limit the current to 350 milliamps. To adjust this, disconnect the 3 microstep selection pins to put the driver in full step mode and fix the motor in position without sending pulses to the step input. To avoid leaving step and direction pin floating, connect it to a logic power supply, 5 volts. Now attach one end of an alligator clip to a metal screwdriver and the other end to a multimeter probe, with the remaining probe connected to ground. This setup allows you to measure VREF while adjusting. Adjust the trimmer pot until VREF reads 0.175 volts. To verify, set your multimeter to measure current in milliamps. Connect the red probe to one output of the driver, the black probe to one end of a motor coil. You should read about 245 milliamps, or roughly 70% of the 350 milliamps limit. This is because, in full step mode, the DRV8825 supplies about 70% of the set current. So to deliver the full rated current of 350 milliamps, we'll need to increase the value of the current in the VREF formula to 500 milliamps, as 70% of this value is 350 milliamps. Note, however, that in 16th step mode, the driver supplies 100% of the set current, so you'll need to adjust the current limit accordingly if you switch stepping modes. The second method involves putting the driver in full step mode and measuring the actual current through a single coil while adjusting the potentiometer. Again, keep the motor in a fixed position without pulsing the step input and connect step and direction pins to a logic supply. Place your meter in series with one of the coils and adjust the potentiometer until it reaches the rated current. Now let's move on to programming the Arduino. First, we include the AccelStepper library using the include directive, followed by the library name, AccelStepper.h. Next, we will create an object of the AccelStepper class. To begin, we write the name of the library, followed by the object name. We'll call the first object myStepper. When we call the constructor, the first parameter specifies the interface type. Since we are using the step direction driver, we pass the code 1 as the first parameter. Next, we will write the Arduino pin number to which the step and direction pins of the driver are connected, which are pins 2 and 3. In the setup, we begin by setting the maximum speed for the motor to 1,000 steps per second using the setMaxSpeed function. Then, we set the acceleration rate for the motor to 50 steps per second squared using the setAcceleration function. Next, we define the speed of rotation of the motor to 200 steps per second with the setSpeed function. After that, we specify the distance our motor will travel using the move function, which is 200 steps. In the loop function, we start by advancing the motor one step toward its target position using myStepper.run function. After each step, we check if the motor has reached its target position. If it has, we reverse the direction by using an if statement to check if the distance to go is 0. If so, we reverse the motor's direction by negating its current target position with the move function. When the motor reaches 200 steps, it reverses to negative 200, and when it reaches this new position, it reverses back to 200, continuing this back and forth motion. Once the program is uploaded successfully, you can observe this behavior. Since we use the move function instead of the move to function, the motor completes a full revolution in one direction, then another in the opposite direction, repeating this cycle over and over again. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and we'll see you in the next video.